Noah was always different. He sat by the window in class, lost in his thoughts, while everyone else laughed and talked. He finished his work early, but when others chatted about games, trends, or gossip, he had nothing to add. His mind was filled with thoughts no one around him could understand. Slowly, he stopped speaking, and silence became his closest companion. For many intelligent people, loneliness doesn't come from disliking others. It comes from craving depth in a world that often celebrates noise. Lily was the kind of girl who could read emotions like an open book. One look at someone's eyes and she'd know if their smile was real or forced. She could sense when people were hiding pain behind laughter, but that sensitivity became her burden. The more she understood, the harder it was to enjoy the shallow conversations that filled the air around her. Her friends laughed, but her mind felt miles away. Why do I feel lonely even when I'm surrounded by people? She often wondered. Psychologists call this the depth disconnect. When someone feels isolated, not because they lack company, but because their mind lives on a deeper level than most around them. Then there was Daniel, a successful scientist whose life looked perfect from the outside. Awards, respect, recognition, he had it all. But every night he sat alone, scrolling through old photographs, lost in memories. He once said, "The higher you climb, the fewer people you find beside you." It wasn't arrogance, it was truth. When your thoughts reach places few others dare to explore, you end up at an altitude where the air is thin and companionship is rare. That's what psychologists call isolation by altitude, a state where intellectual growth silently separates you from emotional closeness. Psychologically, intelligent minds process more data, faster and deeper. They analyze every word, every emotion, every silence. This ability makes them insightful, but also restless. They overthink social cues, question meanings, and often dive into existential thoughts like, "What's the point of all this?" Or "Why can't anyone understand me?" While most people find peace in simple pleasures, the overactive mind of a deep thinker often becomes its own battlefield. Intelligence creates awareness, but awareness also creates distance. Nikola Tesla, the brilliant inventor, once said, "My brain is my only friend." He died alone in a hotel room, misunderstood, unappreciated, yet far ahead of his time. Emily Dickinson, one of history's greatest poets, spent most of her life in solitude because few could understand the intensity of her emotions. Isaac Newton, the genius who discovered the laws of motion, preferred silence over company, spending years lost in his thoughts. None of them hated people. They simply existed on a wavelength too few could tune into. But the story doesn't have to end in loneliness. You don't need to dim your light to connect with others. You just need to find where it shines best. Choose depth over popularity. Find small circles that value real conversations instead of empty chatter. Use your creativity as a bridge. Write, paint, sing, build. Express what words can't explain. Balance intellect with empathy. Don't just understand people, feel them. And most importantly, stop chasing perfection. You don't need someone exactly like you, just someone who respects the way you think.